soiling the air around him. He would threaten to beat Tega and me, but would never go through with it. I am not going to hit you foolish girls and leave a scar that will reduce your bride price. That will never happen. My mother, however, was not afforded the same courtesy. Sometimes I wished he would hit me, so I could have a reason to hit back hard. But I remained a good, dutiful daughter, and my mother remained a good, dutiful wife, until she died 3 years ago during childbirth. It was her third attempt to give him a son. It did not take long for my father to start searching for a new wife, one who could give him an heir. He died from a sudden painful stomach illness before he could succeed. By the time the soup was done, the rain had stopped falling. I took a wrapper and draped it over my shoulders before taking a basket and heading out of the courtyard. The stone streets had been washed clean by the rain, and golden droplets of sun warmed the green brick walls that defined Kokori houses. The small market was a cluster of stalls on the banks of the Ethiop River that sold different kinds of fish and shellfish. I met Chipo on my way down. My friend carried a basket, but wore nothing for the cold. Her smooth, fair skin was illuminated by the ori oil she rubbed in. I was sure that would keep her warm. "Going to buy fish?" she asked. "Yes," I replied. "Imoni is with us. She always prefers fish." Chipo laughed fondly. I noticed her half-plaited hair had turned light brown. "What did you do to your hair?" "I have been soaking it in fora tea. You should see Darby's hair now. She's been soaking it for weeks, and it is as brown as garden soil." In Kokori, young girls were free to color their hair and style it whatever way they liked, but not to completion. So whenever I threaded or plaited my hair, it could only be done halfway. Only married women carried complete made-up hairstyles. At the side of the road, some girls were playing 10-10. 2 were faced off, throwing their legs and trying to outsmart the other on the pattern their feet would make. "When was the last time we played like that?" I asked with a chuckle. "I cannot remember, but you know I always beat you." "Who could beat you, Chipo? I never stood a chance." She smiled imperiously. "Imoni will not let me play like that anymore," I sighed. "Your time has to be spent on perfecting your soups and weaving," I scolded, trying to sound like Imoni. Chipo laughed. "That sounds like my mother too. You have to cook properly." She mimicked her mother's nasal voice. "You have to protect your honor and be ready to serve your husband and his family." She laughed again. "Like we do not know that already." When we got to the small market, we headed to the smoked fish stall first. The fish were tied in bundles of 5 and hung from the bamboo roof. The seller, a stout, stern-looking woman, named a price. "No, I will only pay 10 shells," I replied, keeping a straight face like my mother used to. "10 is too little for this fish." "That is what I am willing to pay," I maintained. "My aunt paid 8 shells last time she was here." The woman rolled her eyes. 12, she said. 10. I cannot accept 10 shells. I paid the fishermen more to get these fish down here." "Chipo, let us go," I said, taking my friend's free hand. The woman called us back. Chipo laughed softly as the woman handed me my fish with a grumble. "Next time, you have to buy from me and no one else," she barked. "I will," I said, and Chipo laughed again as we walked away. We bought Chipo's fresh fish with as little haggling as possible and headed back home. Just as Chipo and I were about to part...